Hi, gorgeous ones. Welcome again to Enlightened Pathways. Today we have a pick a card. What are his feelings and what is he thinking about you right now? We have 4 piles, pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. So for those of you who don't know of the pick a card, just select a pile that is speaking to you most. Just take some time, give it some thought, and whatever comes to you is the right pile for you. There will be timestamps in the description box and the comment section below. And without any further ado, let's get going and see what he is thinking about you right now. Welcome, group number 1, to your what is he thinking about me right now pick a card reading. We're going to start off with the tarot to get an idea of what's going on in his mind, what's he thinking and feeling about you right now, and then we're going to take some oracle cards for further clarification. The tarot has been shuffled before, and I'm just going to do a shuffle or two on screen. And then we're going to get going. What is he thinking and feeling about you right now? Let's have a look. Group number 1. Oh, there we go. They all came completely out. That was lovely. That was a great big spill. Wow, that's a bit. Okay, let's have a look at that. Group number 1. Okay, so group number 1. Right now, he's feeling that there is definitely a future with you. There's definitely a future with you. He feels he can build a family, a legacy, a home, build foundations with you, and there is definitely a long-term future. He views you as somebody that I think he's quite afraid to lose you. I think he's probably comes across quite confident, but I think inside he's quite afraid that he could lose you, and he's probably quite on guard and looking around at all times to see who else is looking at you. Who are you looking at? Is there a lot of interest and around you? I think he's probably, because I think he really sees this future with you, he doesn't want to lose you, and he's on guard. He's not 100%, I think, relaxed at the moment. I think he feels probably at this point he loves you more than you love him, or there's something that is making him a little bit unsure and insecure, and because of that he's probably keeping a lot of what he's really feeling and really wanting to himself. He probably doesn't want to expose himself completely for the fear of being hurt. He's feeling a little bit at a disadvantage in terms of how much he really cares about you and how much he really wants a future with you. Because we've got here the Star card, and we've got the 4 of Wands, which is like, you know, the marriage happily ever after, and we've got, you know, the 10 of Pentacles. He is really wanting to. He feels like you are a dream come true for him. He's like, this is a blessing. You are a blessing for him. You are a wish fulfillment for him. He couldn't have asked for anything better. Like whatever he dreamt about, whatever he wanted, he's now got in you. And he really doesn't want to lose it. He doesn't want to lose it. So he's going to do whatever it takes in terms of being there for you, being the man you want him to be, being the go-getter, being the planner, the organizer, the personality. He's going to do whatever it takes to make sure that that his feelings for you are reciprocated, that you feel the same way about him. Because for him right now, to lose you would be devastating. I think would be devastating. He really sees we've got great cards here, that in terms of what he's feeling, it's like, this is the woman I've dreamt about my entire life. This is the woman I can build a family with. If it's appropriate, this is a woman I can have children with. I can have, the happy family, the children, the dogs, and he sees the whole, he sees the whole future of the two of you in front of him, but something's making him feel a little bit uneasy at the moment. He's definitely, I think it just feels he's a little bit. Perhaps it's also because he's never felt this way before, I would say, because, when you really fall for somebody and you fall hard, it does make you insecure, because now, of course, your heart is on the line. If something happens, you're going to be hurt, and nobody wants to be hurt. Nobody wants to be hurt. So he's just trying to be a little bit, protecting his heart a little bit. He's not saying, if he had his own way and if he could, he would just let you know everything. But right now he's feeling, I better just play it a little cool. I don't want to be like the complete soppy, romantic, spilling my guts out. No, because, he doesn't want to put himself on the line in any way, because that could, just in case it backfires. But from what I can see here, group one, he really, really has a lot of positive, wonderful feelings towards you. Right, let's take a look at our oracle cards. Okay, the first oracle card we've got is Keepers of the Earth. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So I think, honestly, when I get this card, I think this union is kind of blessed. It's I think you're divinely protected. I think this man is somebody you can trust, and if anything, you'll get a heads up, because you've got your ancestors, or you can call them your guardian angels, your guides around you at this point, and they are protecting you. So if this feels right, then it is right. I think if it feels right, it is right. You're not alone. You're not going to go through this alone. So even if you're feeling that it's just too good to be true, know that you're being protected. And if it's meant to be, it's going to be. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So I think this card is relating to here. This unrequited love. I think this is his biggest fear. I think this is exactly what he's feeling right now. He's feeling that he is so crazy about you. He's completely. He's got it all mapped out, probably even got the children's names, and where you're going on honeymoon. He's got everything mapped out, and his biggest fear is that you don't feel the same way about him as he feels about you. And he feels like he's so attracted to you. I think everything about you, he's just in love with, emotionally, physically, he's just completely and utterly emotionally and physically in love with you. And he probably feels that perhaps you just, out of his league a little bit. There is, like I mentioned, there is a definite deep-seated insecurity, and this is his biggest fear, that you won't love him as he loves you. And then we've got the animal spirit, the cat spirit. Claim your independence. So what the cat spirit here is telling you, which is probably a message from his animal spirit to you, it's telling you, you have to do what's right for you. So if this feels good and it feels right, go with it. Absolutely go with it. But you don't have to just go along with anything because it looks so good, or when somebody loves us so much and they make us feel like the moon and the stars and the sun. It's wonderful, but what's right for you? What is right for you? Is this the man that you can see building a future with? Then wonderful. Just also remember, you've got your ancestors and your angels and guides around you. You've got to do what is right for you. Yes, his feelings are amazing and wonderful, but you at the end of the day have to do what is right for you. So now I'm just going to take the Enlightened Pathways. This is my own cards, just to get a further idea of what's going on in his head, what he's thinking and feeling, so that we can get a little bit more information. I am limited. Okay, he's definitely feeling insecure. Shame. Very much like he feels like you are definitely out of his league. I can't stop thinking about you. Okay, so we know this. He cannot stop thinking about you. He cannot stop planning. He cannot stop envisioning this wonderful future with you. He is 100% in, even though he's probably not telling you. He is 100% in. He is 100%. You are the love of my life. Okay, so just as that's just clarification of what we were saying before. And he really, really, he loves you. There is no question about it. This man loves you. This man feels you are a dream come true. This man wants to plan a future, have a future with you. There is no doubt about it. And then we got, I am not the man you think I am, and you're too good for me. Okay, so really, this man is feeling really, I think he has never ever felt anything like this before, and this is causing him to feel so defensive, so insecure, so scared of making the wrong move, that he is really watching everything he's doing and he's saying. But this could change if he feels more secure, more that there's not going to be this imbalance in the relationship, that he's not going to end up with this unrequited love. If he feels like you are meeting him and you're coming together, I think this will fall away. This will fall away. And you're going, because the insecurity will fall away. There's something here that's making him feel like that, and I'm not quite sure why. I don't know where you are in the relationship. So for everyone, it's going to be completely different. But I think once he's met with an equal amount of love, or he's made to feel like you are in it just as much as he is in it, I think this will fall away. This will fall away, and this great King of Wands, who he really is, and he's just a bit afraid, will really shine through, and he will take the reins, and he will really manifest, I think, a really, really wonderful, healthy, happy relationship. So that is what I have for you, group number 1. Really nice. Really nice to know somebody loves you so much. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and please take care of yourselves. Welcome, group number 2, to your What is he thinking and feeling right now reading. We're going to start off with the tarot cards, which have been pre-shuffled, and I will do a shuffle or 2 on screen, and then we're going to have a look at your oracle cards for further clarification on what he is thinking and feeling right now about you. So let's have a look. Group number 2. What is he thinking and feeling right now? What is he thinking Okay, let's take that one. Got the Two of Pentacles. I don't want to jump. The Knight of Wands. Go. We've got the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and we've got the Nine of Swords. Right. No, sorry, this is the Eight of Swords. My apologies. Okay, so let's see. What is he thinking and feeling? Group number 2. Okay, so right now, this man is definitely in two minds about something, and it's causing him some kind of conflict. He is definitely not at ease. He is not at ease. He's got a decision to make. I don't know whether there is somebody else in the story, but I think this decision is causing him to be quite anxious and quite stuck. This Eight of Swords is causing him to be quite anxious and quite stuck. There's definitely some uncertainty here. There is 100% uncertainty here. But if he makes up his mind, once he makes up his mind, because right now he is just holding himself in a kind of paralyzed position. You know, he's feeling like, I don't know what to do. I don't know which direction to go in. There's so much going on. There's so much I have to think about. And it's causing him to like be neither here nor there, which is not a great thing for you, of course. However, this man will be able to find, I think he's going to find an answer to whatever this is. He's going to find it. And I think because we've got the Ace of Wands right here, okay, which is a brand new beginning, a brand new start, and it's given by the hand of God. And we've got the King of Wands here, holding the Ace of Wands. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is finding balance. So I think as soon as this man, it's probably causing you also a lot of anxiety, because this imbalance, this like him being neither here nor there, perhaps it's got absolutely nothing to do with you. Perhaps it's got to do with family or work. You know, he could have like a big work deal going on, and he has to make a decision, and he's feeling completely trapped, and it's affecting your relationship. So this, balancing of two things could be like trying to balance his relationship with you and still like, performing at work, or maybe he's got family demands, or maybe there is an ex. I don't know exactly what this is, and it'll be different for every one of you. But I will say one thing about this. When he does get out of this situation, there is a lot. He's going to be very committed, and he's going to be very into the relationship with you. He's going to feel that it has a lot of potential. You bring a nice balance and a nice calmness to his life, which he really, really likes. He thinks there's potential, and when he's out of this position, he can be the person he wants to be in this relationship, which is like he can be there 100% for you. And he's probably quite an exciting, go-getting man, which is probably a little bit difficult and a bit frustrating in these times. He likes to get out and travel and wine and dine and do and see and have a lot of fun. But of course, we don't quite know what's causing this indecision. But know one thing: once he's out of it and he finds his balance, he feels like there's a lot of potential when it comes to you. So let's have a look at your tarot cards. The first one we get is Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Okay, so that really confirms for us that there will be an awakening for him. Once he's out of this situation of confusion, indecision, feeling like he doesn't know which way to turn, he's going to be awakened to the potential of you. And he's going to see that being with you is really good for him. It brings balance for him. You work well together. There's integration. You complement each other. You enjoy the same things. You go out and do the same things together. So he really sees it's a new way of being. It's a new way of being. So together, it's like, great. You've got this whole new start with the two of you. And it brings in a wonderful new balance and calmness into his life. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So I understand how frustrating that this can be for you, because here you are, you probably really like this man, and he's like not there at the moment. He's not giving you any attention. His mind is all over the place, and you cannot control it. You cannot control it. You have to let him go through this, let him sort it out. And if you do it gently and calmly by giving him the space and without being on him and, accusing him and, what about me? And I'm neglected. If you just let him sort this out, allow the situation to unfold naturally, everything is going to unfold naturally and calmly and fall into place just the way it's meant to fall into place. So we can't control, whatever this is, you have no control of it. You have no control of it. It has to play out the way it has to play out. And chances are it probably does not even have anything to do with you. It's probably completely outside the realm of his relationship with you. So just give him the space and the time. And I know it's difficult because, it's very hard when we feel neglected and when somebody's not giving us 100% of their attention, and he's probably on the phone or on the internet or whatever it is, he's completely distracted. And I know that can be very, very frustrating, but this is something that he has to sort out. And when he does, everything's going to unfold naturally and nicely and nicely. And then we've got the fox spirit. Think on your feet. So I think that what I've taken with the spirit animal card is basically his animal spirit giving you a message. When it's here, he's telling you think on your feet. It's like when you are in a situation when he is not giving you the attention you deserve, and I know it's really hard, and you probably really want to say something. It's probably the way you say it. So when you think on your feet, when you really want to lash out and have a good old fight and say, what are you doing? You're just neglecting me, and you can start really giving him a hard time. For the fox spirit, which is from this is advice from his spirit animal, is saying think on your feet. Would that be the right thing to do? Is to go full on at him, have a good old fight, screaming and shouting, and I mean, what good is that going to do? Or if you're going to be smart about it, just say, I can see you're really, really distracted. You've got other things on your mind. If there's anything I can do or be there for you, and of course, if there's not, you can say, okay, you know what? I'm going to give you the time and space, and when you're ready, you're ready. So I think the fox is clever and smart, and that's what think on your feet is all about. I'm now just going to take the Enlightened Pathways cards, which I just made myself, just to get some further messages from your, so that we can see exactly what he's thinking and feeling right now. No one has ever come close to you when it comes to my love. Wow. That is a nice message. So he really does see the potential. He does feel the potential. So just know that there is 100% something there, because we see it with the Ace of Wands, and then we see him holding the Ace of Wands, holding this brand new start, this brand new beginning. It's confirming it. So he knows there's potential there. Just know he is going through something, and it probably doesn't have anything to do with you. Right, let's take another one. I thought something had dropped out there. Let's take another card to see what else he is thinking and feeling about you. Group number 2. I'm not the man you think I am. Okay, so perhaps right now, because of this situation, you have told him, you probably think, is there somebody else? Are you cheating on me? Are you, being underhand and deceiving and lying? And he's upset. He's upset because he's saying, I'm not the man you think. That's not who I am. That's not who I am. I think he's just going through something, and a lot of people, not just men especially, when something consumes them, if it's especially if it's like a work matter, or an ex, or if there is family involved and it's really consuming them, it's very hard for them to be and give their attention in 2 places at once. So he's like, don't think that about me. I think what he's really trying to say to you is, don't think that about me. It's just that he is so pulled in these directions. He's feeling so trapped and so like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And we can see he's really, look at this card. Look at the water in the background. Look at that. Can you imagine being that ship on that water? This is what he's going through emotionally. He's going through all these ups and downs. He is really, he's been going through the ringer. So he's just saying, this is not who he is. This is not who he is. I'm going to take one more card. Let's see what pops out. Oh, we got 2 cards, and we can certainly, definitely not neglect this card. I love you, and I took you for granted. Okay, so he knows he's taking you for granted at the moment. He really does. He knows. He's just like, he does. And the truth is, I really don't think he knows how to manage what is all this turmoil and being emotionally pulled in so many directions. And he knows he's taking you for granted, but he loves you. He really loves you. That is such a nice card to get. That is such a nice card to get. So I think really, if you could just, if you are able to, bear with it, because I know it's not easy when someone is really not giving us the attention and the love and the support that we need. I know sometimes it's really impossible. So it's really entirely up to you. Of course, this is all in your hands. You make up your mind if it is right for you. If you can see the potential that is there, or if you feel like it's worth waiting for, please go ahead. And really, if not, it's your choice. You do what is right for you at the end of the day. So that is all I have for you right now. Group number 2. Please take care of yourselves and enjoy February. Welcome group number 3 to what is he thinking and feeling about you right now. We are going to start off with the tarot. I have pre-shuffled the deck. I'm going to shuffle once or twice on screen. We're going to see exactly what he is thinking and feeling about you right now. And then I'm going to look at some oracle cards. Oopsie, to get further clarification. I did give it one more shuffle. That was not a good one. There we go. To see what is he thinking and feeling about you right now. Right. What is he thinking and feeling about you? Group number 3. Got the 7 of Swords. I'm going to reshuffle that. It's just a bit too many cards. We've got the Hierophant. I got the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. And we've got, oh, I can't believe that card came out as well again, the Eight of Swords. All right. Let's see, what is he thinking and feeling about you right now? Group number 3. So right now, group number 3, he's definitely not telling you something. Something's going on and he's not saying anything. He's not saying anything. And he's probably not saying anything because he is feeling a bit trapped and bound. He feels like he's in a sticky situation, and he might have not told you the truth about something. He might have done something very sneaky and underhand, and he's feeling quite paralyzed about it. I don't think he's feeling very good about it, because he still feels that there's still potential in the relationship with you. There's definitely potential, because we've got the Hierophant here, and I've got the Ten of Pentacles, and these are, there's like he probably feels that he could still have a long-term, if not a marriage with you. He feels that you're very good together, you work very well together, the relationship flows, but he's done something that is something you don't know about, and it's not sitting with him well. It's not sitting with him well at all, and he's causing him actually not to know which way to turn. He feels quite paralyzed by his actions, and right now he's not doing anything and not saying anything, even though he thinks a lot about you. He thinks a lot of you as well, not only about you. He thinks a lot of you. He holds you in high esteem and high regard, and there's a lot of respect there. He can't at this point get over himself. His own behavior is holding him back. It's holding him back from doing anything, from saying anything, from moving forward to what he would actually like to do in the relationship. So if he finds it in himself to let you know what he's done, or what, maybe it's not even that, drastic. We don't know. I've got no idea what it is. All I know, it is some kind of it probably is kind of a sneaky betrayal kind of thing. So this is what he is thinking right now, and he's holding himself in disregard, literally. He's just like, oh my God, I can't believe I actually did that. I can't believe I actually did that. Then we've got the card, take a break. Life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Okay. So I think what you might have to do right here is you might have to take a break from this relationship. Literally, you might have to take a break, because until he is able to speak to you and let you know what's actually going on and what's actually happened, I don't think you'll be able to move forward into such a positive direction. So when we get the message, take a break, get off the treadmill, you don't have to be in such a rush. If something is feeling off, something is feeling not right, something is there. Don't second guess your intuition. Don't second guess your intuition. I would seriously consider taking the break. If push comes to shove, sometimes when you take a break and you let the dust settle, you can really make a more logical decision if your heart is just a little bit out of it a little bit, because until this comes to light, we don't know what this is. We don't know what it is, and we don't know. Maybe it is not so bad, but it's always better, let's be honest, it's always better to be honest, no matter what it is in terms of moving forward. You can't move forward with this holding the relationship down. Then we've got separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Okay, guys, so we definitely see that there is going to be some kind of separation. It doesn't have to be permanent. It doesn't have to be permanent, but there has to be a break. We've got take a break and we've got separation. There has to be some kind of distance so that this is sorted out. Because I don't think, as much as he wants this, and he really does want this, until he's able to deal with this, whatever this it is, he has to deal with his own behavior, and he has to be honest about his own behavior, so then in terms of moving forward. So there probably will be a break or a separation. And then we have a message from his spirit animal, which is the scarab beetle spirit, and it goes, magic works through you, which is a beautiful card, guys. It's basic telling you that no matter what is going on here, you are going to be okay. Even if you have to take the break, take the separation, you have magic in you. You know what is right for you. You know what you need to do. You will be protected. Look how beautiful this card is. I mean, it's just so beautiful. You have your own inner light, your own inner magic, and that you will know. Once you know what this is, you will be able to make the decision. Okay, it's something I can live with. It's something we can work together to get over. Or you will know. And look at the colors in this card. It's just absolutely beautiful. You will know, you know what? Not for me. I don't need this. I don't need this kind of behavior. It wasn't anything I can accept. And you have the magic in you to do it, to move forward, and to carry on with your life. So that is just a beautiful, beautiful confirmation that you're going to be okay no matter what. I'm now going to take my own cards, the Enlightened Pathways Love Oracle, just to get some further messages from this person, to see what he is thinking and feeling about you right now. Let's get some further messages. There we go. Please forgive me. Okay, he feels terrible. Guys, he feels absolutely terrible right now. He knows it. He knows it, and he can't move forward. He can't move forward. So he's really, really sorry about what he has done. Really sorry. Let's take these two. I am so ashamed. Wow, guys, you're getting a lot of confirmation about how he's feeling. You are the love of my life. Yes, he wants this future with you. We can see this right here. He wants the future with you. He wants the family, the children, the kids, the 2 dogs. He wants it. He wants it. But he's done something that has made him feel so ashamed. And first of all, I don't think he can forgive himself at the moment. And he's going to ask, until he asks for your forgiveness, you are not able to give forgiveness. But he really does love you. He really, really loves you. So you're going to have to see what comes to light. You're going to have to see what comes to light. And whatever comes to light, you have the magic inside you to handle this, to manage it. If you feel there is enough here and what he has done is not as bad as, as you thought, and there's potential, you will know. Trust your inner wisdom, your inner guidance. If you feel what has happened is too much and that you cannot move forward, trust it. Don't second guess it, because you are your own superstar here. You know exactly what you can and can't do, and know you have magic. You have the magic inside you to do what is right for you. So that is what I have for you. Group number 3. I wish you all the very, very best. Please take care. Welcome, group number 4, to What is he thinking and feeling about you right now? Pick a card reading. I'm going to start off with the tarot to get the basic lay of the land and to see what's going on in his heart and mind. And then we're going to take oracle cards for further clarification. The tarot have been pre-shuffled, and I'm just going to do another shuffle or 2 on screen. And then we're going to get going to see what is he thinking and feeling about you right now. Right, we have the Death card. We have the Hierophant. We have the Tower. Wow, look at this, 3 major arcana. Let's see, another 1 or 2 cards. I cannot believe this. Justice. Wow, this is major. And we've got 2 that popped out here. We've got the 5 of Wands and the Magician, another major arcana. My goodness, group number 4. This is absolutely something. This is a big one. When we get so many major arcana, you must know that this is a life lesson. This is something big. This is something big. Okay, so this man right now is going through huge stuff, huge transformation, huge things. It's life-changing. Whatever he's going through, it's absolutely life-changing. And I think his whole life has probably been turned upside down. I would say that this man has gone through the absolute end of a relationship. Probably it was either a long-term relationship. This is probably with it could be with you or could be with somebody else, but this is where he is right now. I would say it's with you because we're asking what is he thinking of you, about you, and feeling about you right now. I think you were probably in a long-term relationship, and it came to an absolute and utter end, and everything that whatever you both knew that is completely shattered, absolutely shattered. It was like a complete destruction of this relationship. It was like a really sudden and not easy ending, a real hard ending for both of you. There was probably some kind of court or lawyers or something involved that included the justice system. So you probably had to either go to a mediator or you went to court to get divorced, or maybe if you got separated, you needed lawyers to help you separate your goods and selling of the house and the property. And it was definitely not, it was a lot of conflict, a lot of conflict and fighting. This was a very, very traumatic ending for him, very traumatic ending. And it really it's quite a harsh one right now. And in terms of what he's thinking right now, I think right now this man is thinking of he knows he has to start again. He has to start creating, and he has to start manifesting, and he has to start building again. I think what he's thinking right now is that he's starting from scratch. He's starting from scratch. So we'll take the oracles and we'll take the love oracles to get more clarification. But I think he's like, I won't say at rock bottom, but he's certainly like starting from scratch. He needs, from whatever this was, whatever you had built and created together is completely and utterly destroyed. He there was so much he didn't like the conflict. He doesn't want to be in this conflicting, fighting environment. He just feels like he has to start all over again, and he needs all his energy, all his wits about him, everything he has to start creating and manifesting a new future. So let's look at our oracle. Pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Okay, so he's starting to definitely feel a little bit better from what has gone down. He's starting to feel a little bit better. He's really working on himself. I think he's doing a lot of soul work. I think he's doing a deep dive internally, emotionally, to really understand what happened. Oh God, what happened? I mean, this is like mass destruction of a relationship. What happened? How did this happen? What did I do? Where did I go wrong? Who did what? He's really trying to figure out where he was in this whole scenario, what responsibility he took. Because let's be honest, in a relationship, there's two people in a relationship, not just one, right? And he's really working on manifesting and raising his vibration to become better than what happened here. He's doing the work. He's doing his work. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So I think this message is actually for both of you. I think this message is really to stay optimistic about your love life, because it's really hard to be optimistic after all of this, because it leaves you feeling completely depleted and completely exhausted. But you have to know there is light at the end of the tunnel. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes it looks and feels extremely, extremely dark, right? When you're just everything you've known is just fallen apart. But like I mentioned in the beginning, when we have so many major arcana, there is definitely a life lesson here. And sometimes something that is not good for us, is not in the best for our higher good, has to break down completely. And sometimes, if we don't do it, the universe does it for us. It will just break it down. It'll find a way that everything will crumble to nothing. And then you rebuild. And by rebuilding, you're going to find that something far better, something far more suitable for you will come out of. And then we have the turkey spirit. Now, the animal spirit card that I've pulled is actually his animal spirit guide at this moment, and it's giving you a message. So the message to you is give with grace and gratitude. So the message there is, guys, I know it's really, really, really hard, but this, whatever happened here, this falling apart, this crashing, this destruction, this separation, divorce, whatever it was an absolute blessing. Give with grace, give with gratitude and grace, because there is something better coming in for you. And sometimes something just has to crumble and just fall away completely. And it's so hard to see something that you've worked at and built just fall apart and get destroyed. But there's something better coming. There is something better coming for you. Have faith. I know right now it might be very, very difficult to be grateful and be graceful about what has just happened. But I think in the long term, sometimes our biggest hardships and our biggest hurts are our biggest blessings. When they say a blessing in disguise, I think this is literally a blessing in disguise, because there's something coming in. There's newness coming in. There's something better. There's something better for you. And don't give up. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. It's time for manifesting, and it's time for believing and just being grateful for where you are right now. I'm going to now take the Enlightened Pathways Love Oracles. These are just cards I made so that we can get other messages from him right now in terms of what he's thinking and feeling about you. I am embarrassed by my behavior. So whatever happened here, he definitely feels embarrassed because he is trying to recreate himself. He's trying to really go deep to see, wow, why did it have to play out like that? Why did it have to get so ugly, so confrontational, so, so hard for both of you? And he is really, really working on raising his vibration, on becoming better than what he was. He's embarrassed. He's definitely embarrassed by his behavior. I am not in your league. Okay, so there you go, guys. So this is just to let you know that whatever it was, he feels that you were out of his league. So I think that's quite an interesting thing for you to know. When a man feels that he's out of his league, it's not going to allow him to behave at his best. He probably just felt like you were just too good for him, and he's really, really embarrassed about the way he behaved. Let's take this one. You're too good for me. Okay, so that just confirms. He definitely feels, I think, that the way he behaved in all of this was far worse than the way you behaved. You were probably far more decent, far more, how would I say, far more graceful. I think you were far more graceful than he was, and he feels you're in a different league. You're in a different league to him, and you are way too good for him. Way too good for him. Let's take one more card to see what other message he has for you. We've got two here. I never thought someone like you could like someone like me. Okay, so this was obviously something he felt right at the beginning of your relationship together. I think when he met you, he was probably like, wow, is she really going out with me? Has she really agreed to come on a date with me, to have dinner with me? She's out of my league, he absolutely could not believe it. He could not believe that somebody like you would ever even consider going out with someone like him. So he already started off feeling that you're in a different league to him. You're way ahead and in a much higher league, and of course you're too good for him. And the last card that fell was, would you ever take me back? So my feeling is that at some point he might, this is obviously different for everybody, he might want to look at a reconciliation. And then, of course, that is entirely in your hands, guys, because, if I think for every single one of you, it's going to be different. You don't know what kind of a person, we don't know who he, we know who he was, we don't know who he's becoming. So it's entirely up to you. And of course, everybody's got different history and family and children. So you will decide what is right for you at the right time. But right now, be grateful to where you are. You are blessed. There's definitely something to be optimistic about, in your future. Please know that he's embarrassed by his behavior, and he just really felt he was out of his league when it came to you. He just felt completely and totally out of his league. So that is all I have for you for this picker card, group number 4. Take care, and I wish you all the very, very best.